Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is Craig Smith here from the Let's Draw on Something fame. Just found out today, after signing with the New Orleans Saints yesterday, former All Pro Dallas Cowboys All Pro wide receiver, now Saints wide receiver Dez Bryant suffered a Achilles tendon injury that could have ended his career. And from what I've been reading, and in fact, what I've been reading and then listening to all people on the Will Kane show and reading on like CBS Sports Online and stuff like that, Dez has a complete tear of that sucker. So that's not good. Talking about it, and if anybody can do a diagram of the Achilles tendon injury, look at the diagram, the complete tear, meaning from top to bottom, especially that little widespread thing that you have at your heel bone. They say he tore all that. And they were saying, and from what I read, they call that the watershed ligament or something like that, all the way up to it. So he's done for. And hold up a sec. On live, ma. On live, hold on. Yeah, I'm on live. Sorry about that, guys. That was Mom's back in, but yeah, uh, yeah, and I really hate it for him, man. But like I said, I really hate it for Dez. Um, that's not. I mean, Achilles injury, the tendons injury is that's a tough injury to come back from. Uh, Shoot, when you look at guys like like current Sixers general manager Elton Brand, he wasn't the same since he tore his. Dominique Wilkins, he wasn't the same. And really, I really think if we trace back to the first Achilles tendon injury, it was part of the fearsome foursome. I forgot what the guy's name was. Cause said he was just going on a random play after he tackled somebody. He said he heard like a loud pop, and he ran back. I forgot who it was for the fearsome foursome of that Rams defense back in the late '60s, early '70s. Said he tore his Achilles tendon and he wasn't the same. He tried to come back on it, but he said, "No, forget it. He wasn't the same. And really he had to wait about almost a year for him to get his surgery. So Achilles tendon injury, that's not nothing to come back from. Elton Brand, who is now the 76ers general manager, he said that's a tough injury to come from. Dominique Wilkins tore his. Um, Making a routine defensive play. He said he put all his weight on and he heard a loud pop. And he said the pop was so loud that a fan told him, I heard something that fans told him, "Hey, we heard it pop right." They heard it pop like almost pop, from where they were sitting. Isaiah Thomas, that's another, and he said that's why he retired because he said on open court when he knew it was it. Really, when he tore his Achilles tendon, that was it. So Isaiah Thomas, not the Isaiah Thomas of Denver Nuggets, Detroit Pistons, Isaiah Thomas. He can cut out that bullshit. And a lot of guys came back from Achilles tendon injuries. Richard Sherman, he's doing pretty good. I will put Terrell Suggs in that boat, but Terrell Suggs, to me, in my opinion, he full of shit. So you guys can ask me why I say that. He full of shit. He tried to lie to the NFL about the injury. That's been put it like they tried to lie to the team and the NFL about the injury and to the media. So he's full of shit. And I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. He's really not a good leader of a defense. He's really not a good leader for that Baltimore Ravens defense. The last good leader retired after the Ravens won the Super Bowl. So let's just be real. Okay, but back to Dez, man. I mean, this is a tough break for Dez. I mean, damn. I mean, you trying to get back on and stuff like that after the Cowboys and cut you, and this sucks. This really sucks. And the Saints, they went from being a 60-40 pass based offense to now more of a 55-45 run first pass later team. Dez is really gonna flip that dynamic on that. So now he's man, I have nothing to say. This sucks, and they saying that this man got the full Monte tear on that shit. There's no way you can come back from that. Hell, uh, whether you sprained it, strained it, or you tore it or anything, Achilles tendon, that's basically your balance. So, I mean, thoughts and prayers for Dez with a speedy recovery, whether he want him or not, but he's gonna get him anyway from us. I mean, I'm not a fan of him, but I like the dude. He's very opinionated and everything, but this sucks for him. This really sucks. And hell, you really don't have to be an athlete to have an Achilles injury. Like me, I have problems with mine. I had problems with my left one. And at one point, um, before I relocated back to where I am now, there was one point I almost had I had a scare that I was gonna tear mine because my left leg was just stiff all around that Achilles area to parts of my calf. It was just stiff, and I didn't know if I had tore it or what. So, but man, this just sucks for Dez, man. If you sign with the Saints and on second play, you completely tear your Achilles tendon. This just sucks. So, like I said, thoughts and prayers go to Dez Bryant, whether he wants them or not, but he's getting them anyway. And appreciate the thumbs up and the viewership, whoever did it. And if it's Jimmy J Smooth, you better comment on the chat, brother. But damn, this sucks. This all I gotta say. It just sucks. It just sucks for him. It's just like, for example, I can't compare it. It's like when the WWE Hall of Famer Kevin Nash, when he came back from an injury, and then on his first night, he re-injured himself by completely tearing his quad. You know, first night back on the job, you tear your quad. So that just fucking sucks for Dez, and I feel for him. But Saints, legitimately though, the Saints with this NFC South being wide open now, I mean, with him being added on, yeah, it would have shifted the balance of power a little bit. But let's face it, Saints and the Rams gonna play in NFC Championship regardless, with or without Dez Bryant. And it would have been nice if Dez made a statement with a gave Jerry Jones a FU too, with him going to the Super Bowl and winning with the Saints. So but like I said, man, it sucks for Dez. Um, career ending a career ending Achilles tendon injury. And that's bad when they say you tear from your heel bone up all the way to the point your Achilles start, to your Achilles end. Damn, that's not good, man. But other than that, let's draw. Like I said, I'll probably be doing a Sunday live stream with my boy Jimmy J Smooth. He'll probably be more in depth about it, or knowing him, he'll do a follow up video on it as well, and be applauding me for trying to come on out with some videos. So, but other than that, in case you heard me earlier with an early interruption, Miles is calling me, so I guess let me see what it is, what she want. So other than that, y'all, I'll holler at you.